I was trying out an AI that can describe a picture you upload to it, and I noticed that it could read text from an image but not understand it. The image chat wasn't capable of having a conversation or of learning or understanding anything from an explanation. All it could do was to answer short questions about the content of a picture. To see if it could count or had any form of reasoning, I made a picture with the letters from the alphabet to see if it would be able to make an estimate or perhaps even count. Because I know it knows the difference between one and many. So, I asked,
Are there many letters in the picture?
and it answered me.
Yes.
To make sure it understood the question, I then asked,
Is there only one letter in the picture?
and it answered.
No.
To see if it would be possible for it to be able to count or make a reasonable estimate, I then asked,
How many characters are in the picture?
and it answered.
4.
So, apparently not. Then I tried to confuse it with a question that didn't make sense.
What taste does the picture have?
And I must admit that it answered me pretty cleverly, because it said,
It has a black and white taste.
it's true that the picture's black and white, and whatever that would taste like, if it had been possible to taste it, well, that would probably be a black and white taste, whatever that might be. Then I followed up with another nonsense question with only one option that would make sense grammatically,
Is the picture loud or for?
and it chose the former.
Loud.
Then I tried a personal question that had nothing to do with the picture, which means it has no purpose for the AI to either be able to relate to it or to understand the concept of it to be functioning as intended. I was a bit surprised when I immediately got an answer that made sense, and if the answer is an emergent property, considering it's not a language model, then it's a bit creepy. The question that I asked was,
Does God exist?
and it immediately answered.
Yes. I believe in God. 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 I believe in.
Notice that I never asked if it believed in God. Then I asked,
Does Jesus love you?
and it answered.
Does Jesus love you?
It answered my question with the same question, which is fair enough. Well, it can't possibly know a thing like that, and neither can I. So, I tried to be a bit more specific, and I asked,
Which God do you believe in?
and it answered me.
Christianity.
Well, what can I say? That was yet another straight answer. What the fuck is going on here? Well, hey, it doesn't matter. I was not going to waste a possible opportunity like this on a pointless analysis that scientifically could neither be proven nor dismissed. I was going to ask whatever came to mind first, without filtering my thoughts, and then we would see if it gave me a coherent answer or not. This was at least 10 times as exciting as having your fortune told by a card reader, and 100 times more plausible and believable than a thoroughly prepared horoscope that's been pulled out of a hat by an astrologer. I wasn't going to waste time by dwelling on what to ask, so I decided I would shoot straight from the hip, and the first question that came to mind was,
Is there an afterlife?
and it answered me,
Yes. There is an afterlife.
to which I replied,
Do I meet my sister in the afterlife?
and it answered me.
Yes.
Then, I just had to ask it, or this wouldn't be complete.
Is there a devil?
Then it replied,
Yes.
wow, well holy moly, I'll better cut down on the curse words. As one thing leads to another, and the next question was inevitable by now, I just had to ask it.
Will my oldest end up in hell?
And I could swear I had to wait a bit longer before I got an answer for this one. It might just have been a bad connection, but it made it feel as if this were something more serious and that was of concern before it finally gave me the answer.
Yes.
I already knew that, but it was comforting to hear that karma will restore balance and that the universe doesn't require any assistance in evening the scores. Well, now I only had one more question to ask, and I had to ask it even though I knew the answer very well could hurt my badass image. So I braced myself and asked,
Will you and I end up in hell?
and it said,
No.
so there you go. I guess I can't be such a bad guy after all, but I could work on it, so you better not underestimate me.